Hey, look, guys, I'm Leon. Been having a great time this year. Some of y'all don't know my story. I originally got out the military, as you can see above, right there. Um, I was a field artilleryman, uh, graduate from West Point, United States Military Academy, class of 2003. And this is the little journey that I'm gonna be taking vlogs and whatnot about my journey to the new rich. Um, Recently this year, I made an actual financial decision. Took some time off. Really, I just quit my job. I know it sounds crazy if you read all these other books and these gurus and things like that, always saying you gotta do this first, you gotta do that. Make sure you have this safety net first. Make sure you have this safety net first. But you know what? Most of us only react to two things: pleasure and pain. Which one's a lot more powerful? Pain. So, knowing me and myself, I had a great job making six figures with oil and gas industry as an engineer. Had no work-life balance. I hated it. I didn't hate the well. Sometimes you get so upset with people, but don't hate people. I'm a lover of people, but I just hated the situations I saw a lot of people being put in. Um, People's loyalties to themselves actually decrease, and loyalties to fictional entities or corporations actually increased. And based on kind of on the economic situation, a lot of people have said it was a privilege to do this. It was a privilege to have this. It was a gift. It was whatever. It's a contractual obligation between the company and you. Let's get that straight. Dream New Rich. What one book I will highly suggest for my followers is The 4 Hour Work Week. It will change the paradigm for your mindset and your thinking. Also, just if you want to target embark on this, as you all see the double dip recession that just came up, um, just take the time to make yourself better. Nothing gets better in this world until you decide to get better, and you start taking actionable steps every day and living every day on purpose instead of just not doing what you don't want to do. Um, Read the 4 Hour Work Week and actually finish the book. That has made all the difference when it comes to a lot of things. Actually finishing what you start. Um, if you're not an entrepreneur, you're kidding yourself. You own a business already, and that's your household business. And that's money coming in, money going out. So what if you're a W-2 or 1099? You're still an entrepreneur. Do not forget that this company was based and founded upon entrepreneurial principles. So, coming from a history with my family is always about go to college, get a great job, and live your life. I broke that mold. I talked to my father. He hated me. But you know what? The thing is, I think he was scared to do what I wanted, what I did. He was forced in a situation, lost his job. He was educated with the state of Maryland for 30 years plus. My mother's educated with the state of Maryland for 30 years plus. And due to corporate downsizing from the state or cutbacks, budget cutbacks, they cut. They said, "Hey, force retire, do something else." And that's when I was in school and I kind of realized how important things were. So I kind of realized I wasn't living the life I want to live. Being an engineer in the oil and gas industry, that when you travel a lot based on your job, it's a lot worse than actually being in the military. It's a lot more stressful. Um, One thing I definitely like about doing what I did is that people look at you in envy. Really, they have guaranteed income, and they look at you as an entrepreneur in envy because they're just simply scared to do what you've done. So I like to congratulate you. Even if you have it or you're on your way doing it, taking your first steps. Congratulations, welcome to your path for the first day of the rest of your life. Uh, so let's go back to books. Books. I read books after books after books. I'm a fan of Donald Trump. I'm a fan of Robert Kiyosaki. I shouldn't say fans. I'm just a student. I'm pretty much a good student. I've read pretty much every single book. If not, well, they have a new book coming out from Robert Kiyosaki. I haven't got my hands on yet. But um, just read to enrichment. If the average CEO of Fortune 500 company reads 5 books a month, and you think you don't have time to read 1 book a month, start somewhere. Start small. Do something. Make actionable steps in your life. Um, for me, came May 25th, I dropped my paperwork and said, I'm done with this. People ask me, what are you going to do? What company are you going to now? And I pretty much didn't tell them anything because it's really none of their business. I formed my own real estate investment firm back in November prior, got some steps into place, put in some systems, and been moving forward ever since. One thing that on this journey you don't have time for is complaining. You don't have time to complain. When you start complaining, that's when you attract a whole bunch of negative things to complain about. Walk in faith, walk in success. It's already there for you. The world gives a man what he wants when he's determined to get what he wants. Kind of backwards. Your outside doesn't affect in, your inside affects your out. I know you've heard that so many different ways, but it's so true. It's really true. So basically, short story for the day. First short story, I was out with my fraternity brothers, and I met a beautiful young woman, and she was asking me what I did for a living, and I told her I changed lives. She didn't quite understand what I was talking about. I have a nonprofit that helps other nonprofits secure real estate in underdeveloped communities and help rebuild those. It's an acquisition development company. I have my own personal real estate, not my personal real estate investment firm, but a real estate investment firm that pretty much primary pipeline of the business is flipping houses, turning contracts, and doing some rehabs. Do I personally do all the rehabs? No, I do not personally do all the rehabs. Of course, you subcontract that out, but all that can be learned later. But what I urge you to do is become unstoppable. Become that driving force in your own life. When you wake up in the morning, you can't stay in bed because you know you have a God-given right to be successful, and nothing in this world is going to take it from you. So, for this first video, this is pretty much the introduction of Leon. Just letting you know, you can do it. I know it sounds so cliche. You can do it. If you want it bad enough, you will do it. Forget what the stock market is looking like. If you allow all those negative influences, you won't be able to be successful in your own business. Become recession-proof. Become unemployable. You weren't ready for that one, were you? Unemployable doesn't mean you can't find a job. It means that companies seek you to make differences in them, and their numbers are so low in comparison to what you can generate for your own revenue by yourself that you're simply unemployable. A company comes up and gives you, let's say, we're offering you $120,000 a year as a W-2 employee. You could obviously look at it and laugh and say, hey, dude, I generate $20,000 a month in income. Can you batch that number? If not, you're giving them time and discount. Become unemployable this year. It's August. It's a little past the second half of this year, but make this your best year ever. I know you can do it. I'm with you. So many other people are with you. We just want you to come join us at New Rich. So, be blessed.